Once upon a time, in a faraway land, where dreams shimmer like stars and forests whisper secrets, Cinderella was having a bit of a problem. She was getting ready for the grand ball, but her glass slipper, her most precious and magical slipper, was missing. As Cinderella stood on the balcony of her grand castle, she stared into the distance. What could she do? Just then, her good friend, Peter Rabbit, hopped up beside her. "What's wrong, Cinderella?" asked Peter, twitching his little nose. He could always sense when something was bothering his friends. Cinderella sighed, her sparkling blue gown fluttering in the evening breeze. "Oh, Peter, I've lost my glass slipper. Without it, I won't be able to go to the ball. It holds all the magic I need for tonight." Peter's eyes widened. A magical glass slipper? This sounds like an adventure. He thumped his foot eagerly. "I can help you find it. The last time I heard, strange things were happening in the Enchanted Forest." Cinderella smiled, her heart lifting a little. "The Enchanted Forest? Do you really think we'll find it there?" Peter winked, puffing out his chest proudly. "If there's one thing rabbits are good at, it's finding things in forests." And so, Peter Rabbit and Cinderella set off towards the mysterious Enchanted Forest. The path was lined with tall, glowing trees that sparkled as if lit by 1,000 tiny stars. The leaves seemed to sing a soft lullaby as they rustled, making the forest feel peaceful and magical. As they ventured deeper, they noticed that the animals of the forest were watching them. Squirrels, owls, and even a few deer peeked out from behind trees, as if they knew something special was about to happen. Peter bounced ahead, stopping occasionally to listen to the rustling bushes. "Don't worry, Cinderella," he called back. "We're getting close, I can feel it." But just then, a soft voice floated through the air, delicate and mysterious. "Who enters my forest at this late hour?" it whispered. From behind a curtain of vines stepped a shimmering fairy, her wings glistening like moonlight. She was the forest guardian, protector of all things magical. Peter and Cinderella bowed politely. "We're looking for my glass slipper," said Cinderella. "It's very important." The forest guardian smiled kindly. "Ah, yes, I've seen something special lost here," she said. "But to find it, you must pass through 3 magical tests." The first test took Peter and Cinderella to the River of Reflection, a stream so clear, it mirrored the sky perfectly. But to cross it, they had to leap across large, floating lily pads. Some of the pads were safe, but others would sink into the river with a splash. Peter, being quick on his feet, hopped from one to another, guiding Cinderella safely across. They passed the test with laughter and bravery. As they journeyed further, they encountered a baby owl, stuck in a thorny bush, crying for help. Cinderella, with her gentle heart, carefully freed the owl, even though it delayed their quest. The forest guardian appeared, pleased with their kindness. "Sometimes, helping others is more important than rushing ahead," she said. Finally, they reached the maze of moonlight, a twisting, shimmering maze with paths that changed under the light of the moon. Cinderella and Peter used their wits, working together to solve riddles and find their way through the ever-changing maze. With each step, the moonlight grew brighter, guiding them closer to their goal. At the heart of the Enchanted Forest, they came to a peaceful clearing, where the trees seemed to hum a gentle, sleepy tune. In the middle of the clearing sat a glowing tree stump, and resting upon it was none other than Cinderella's sparkling glass slipper, twinkling under the stars. "You've done well," said the forest guardian, appearing beside them. "Your courage, kindness, and wisdom have proven you worthy. The slipper is yours, Cinderella." Cinderella picked up her slipper, her heart filled with joy and gratitude. "Thank you, Peter," she said, hugging the brave little rabbit. "I couldn't have done this without you." Peter blushed, his nose twitching again. "It was nothing. Friends always help each other." With the glass slipper safely in hand, Cinderella and Peter made their way back to the castle. The journey home felt quicker and calmer, the moon lighting their path like a friendly guide. The animals of the Enchanted Forest bid them farewell, and even the trees seemed to wave goodbye with their rustling leaves. As they reached the castle gates, Peter yawned widely, stretching his little paws. "Well, Cinderella, I think that's enough adventure for one night," he said, blinking sleepily. Cinderella smiled, watching her friend's eyes grow heavy. "I agree. It's time for us both to rest." She placed the slipper carefully on her bedside table, knowing that tomorrow would bring the ball, but for now, sleep was the only thing on her mind. As Peter Rabbit curled up in a cozy little corner of Cinderella's room, and Cinderella herself tucked into bed, the two friends drifted off into the deepest, most peaceful sleep. The soft glow of the moon outside their window filled the room with a gentle, magical light, like the lullaby of the forest still whispering around them. And in their dreams, the enchanted forest sang its quiet, shimmering song, promising that no matter how big the adventure, there would always be a peaceful end.